What's up, y'all? It's your boy Jaime Cuts from Jaime Cuts Barber Studio, coming at you with another tutorial. This has got to be one of my favorite clients. I've been cutting him for a few years now. He came in looking like he'd been in quarantine for a couple weeks, so I had to re-bless his whole cut. In this video, I'll show you how to do a skin taper with the 1.5 with the grain on top, a beard lineup, and how to apply beard and hairline enhancements with the part. Let me know what you guys think about this video, and I appreciate you for watching. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and use my 1.5 metal guard on my Oster Octane clipper. I'll use that to knock down the waves and to reinforce the waves on top. That way we can keep it naturally flowing instead of cutting against the grain. Here you can see I'm carefully working around the cowlick in the back of his crown. You got to make sure you work around the crown, that way you don't take too much out and leave bald spots. I always start out with a 5-0 metal guard to knock down to skin. That way I can come back with my T-edger to knock out that bottom line. Right here I'm using my Andis Shaver to go ahead and knock down to get it really smooth skin. Using my JRL Fresh Fade 1040, I'll open it halfways, no guard, to get my first initial fade line to a half. Here I'll be using my 1/16 guard open to blend between the half and the 1. Right here I'm using the 1/16 guard open, and then shortly after you'll see me shift down to the 1/16 close to blend out that bottom line. Right here I'm going to go ahead and use my 3/16 1.5 guard open to knock out some of that bulk on top of the waves right there. Right here I'm using my 1/16 guard closed with the grain to knock down some bulk and still work down the blend. Spray some Mega Hold spritz. Right here, when lining up the beard, you always want to make sure you work your way from top to bottom of the natural beard line. The spritz does an outstanding job at holding the hair in place, so you can then go back and get a very crisp, sharp line. Always be sure to ask your client whether they like their mustache thin or thick. My guy here likes to have his mustache a little bit thicker, so that's what I gave him. Here I'm using my JRL Fresh Fade 1040 to get some stragglers out of the way to give my customer a nice shape to his beard, make it look nice and full like James Harden. Be sure to always keep necklines and hairlines as natural as possible. You don't want to be pushing in necklines because your customer has to walk around with that for 2 weeks or so. Here I'm using a business card to get a nice perfect straight line while spraying my Kiss Express enhancements. This is used to sharpen up the edges for people with receding hairlines or hair loss. My boy requested the little Drizzy Drake, so I had to throw in the little part for him right here. Always be sure to just use the edges of your liners to make sure you can get the crispiest line for your client. And of course, you gotta go over it with the straight razor. The straight razor leaves it with the perfect finish touch, making your customer walk out feeling like $1,000,000. Always, and I repeat always, when working with waves, you want to make sure you run your clipper over the top of the waves to get any extra stragglers, any extra hairs that are just sticking up and curling up. You want to make sure you knock those down to achieve the perfect looking cut. And this is the finished product, guys. Nice wave cut. Waves looking real nice and dipping. The part looking nice and sharp. Beard nice and shiny. I got my man right for the fresh out of quarantine cut. You guys follow, like, subscribe, comment below. Let me know what kind of videos you guys would like me to push out moving forward. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Jaime Cuts Barber Studio. I appreciate all support and thank you for watching.